slave night and day. For next to nothing pay, so they can't see their way. We don't enjoy equal facility. Like Pharaoh and company, brainwashing we say we free. We just can't go this way. We just can't go this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go this way. Time to make them oppress us pay. We just can't go this way. So the children could see their way. We just can't go this way. Suffer like this. You said that you will take care of the poor, just like you did in Egypt. When Pharaoh had the Israelites in bondage, you delivered them. But here again, we are in the same khaki pants. We have those modern Pharaohs who oppress the poor, who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lies. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the poor. Another Moses that day. Oh, we just can't go this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray.
Say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With a dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With the eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With a dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licked from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up. Make up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country, to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have bought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutney Pan and Calypso. It's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a real nation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on love and tea is we. From now on race do not matter. From now on we means unity. From now on we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on Trinidad is we. From now on one philosophy. From now on Tobago shall be. From now on standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of Black Trinity, whenever we sing the now on is only we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we.
Of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother. Cover my sister. Them who under pressure. Cover the preacher. Every church worker. The young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYU 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with yours truly, Professor Ward Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, we come to you every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 10 p.m. TNT time and 6 to 9 p.m. USA time. And folks, if you like what we are doing here at WZYE TV, WZYE 95.9 FM, you can share this live on WZYE TV on YouTube or WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. If you like what we are doing, share it to other people so they can hear a different voice and we can improve many things going on in Trinidad and Tobago. So, of course, WZYE TV on YouTube and WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. And you can also go to Twitter as well. You can go to @Trini Wall Street. Yeah, we on Twitter too. Yeah. Well, it's not Twitter anymore. It's X now. Or you can go to X or Twitter. Same thing. Yeah? So this is how we start the thing here in the village. And of course, we always say it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on a pink t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a maroon t-shirt. Doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanians, Venerians, Sunaranians. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the DAT triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, come with me. We have Dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So let me bring in my co-host, the man himself, the one and only, the man well known as Uncle Tommy, better known as
Marshall Nisbet. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. And it's a pleasure being here in the village with you again this evening. How are you today?
Today was a splendid first day, Tommy. So I always have to give you an update. So today I went to where Flood Hills is? Flood Hills?
We spoke about that before, and I was wondering, how does a hill flood?
Right. So they call it Flood Hills, Cameron Field in South Orange. So I went there today and I did about 5 miles. Right? And when I was finished, I wanted to get how I could say that, buddy. I think, is it aggressive a good word? But I wanted to add on to what I did. And when I was finished, I did 4 additional hills on top of the 5 miles. And it felt pretty good.
So you're pretty serious about that record that you want to break, eh?
Yeah. Tommy, the discipline, you know what I mean? The discipline, it comes naturally, and it was pretty good. So I continue. But what it is, Tommy, I cannot run back to back anymore.
So you're running belly to belly now.
That's a good one. I like that one. Running belly to belly now. Yeah, belly to belly. So some days I go every other day. And depends on what so for example, on Monday I ran. Wednesday I went to the track to run. And it wasn't gonna work out. I was still tired.
You had to walk.
No, I just called it a day. I just packed it up and came back home, and I said I'll go today. And by going today, Tommy, that extra 24 hours made all the difference in the world.
Alrighty.
So I have to understand now that I am not 24 anymore.
You sure?
Sometimes I act like if I'm 24, but
Correct.
I have to make sure that, that I recover from, in addition to that, Tommy, sometimes I do 300 sit-ups, crunches.
Wow.
And then some other times I do 150 with my feet in the air, my feet off the ground.
What?
Right. And then I have something called the perfect push-ups, where I do 3 sets of 20. So 16 one set, then 16 another set, then 16 another set. And I try to do all of that in about 8 minutes, between 8 to 9 minutes.
No, you're Superman.
No, it's not that. No, it's not that you're Superman. Is that when you're trying to achieve something, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. I'm not the most talented runner. I don't think I have any talent. But a good friend of mine tell me, he say, boy, and Slim, your work ethic is your talent. I said that made a lot of sense. So that's what I do, man. And I enjoy it. Yeah, the Yankee come out it. That's what I do, man.
Oh.
Yeah. For all the Trinis, that's what I do, man. Oh God. Hey, look who was in first tonight. Bizram boy.
Bizram boy. Bizram leading
the way. Direct out of Sangui Grande. Sangui Grande.
Okay, what part again? Fishing Pond.
Fishing Pond, yeah, Fishing Pond. Yeah. Just know with this climate change day, coming soon. They ain't gonna get no fish in that pond, you know.
And you sure they wouldn't be overrun with fish?
Yeah, but you know that oil spill off the coast of Tobago?
I was reading something about that, and Fali said the fish still good.
Yeah, we gonna show something on that too. And oil spill is no joke, you know.
Yeah, that's a serious thing.
That's serious thing, boy. Caribbean Soul was in second. Caribbean Soul, good afternoon to you. Caribbean Soul say yes. Patricia Hutchinson, boy. Good evening to Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and everyone locked on. Patricia, welcome.
Good evening, Patricia. Welcome.
Patricia, do you have family in New Jersey? Yeah, because you know what I'm talking about, Tommy? Isn't Cynthia Bakery Hutchinson's?
You sure it's Hutchinson's is your name, or is it Carter?
No, I think it's Hutchinson, man. What is his name? That fella.
Tony?
Tommy, is Tommy's his name?
Well, there's Tony.
Nah, it's not Tommy, man.
Not Tony.
The other one.
Tony is her brother. Her son is.
I forget.
I thought Carter was the last name. Hector?
Yeah, and
Hector?
No, Hector. Last name is Carter. Isn't that not Tony?
Tony is her brother. Hector is her son.
Right. I think Tony is Hutchinson.
Okay. Alrighty. I didn't know what Tony's last name was.
Yeah, I think it's Hutchinson. Because Tony and them used to live up in Laventille too, you know.
Yeah, they're from Laventille.
Cynthia's from Laventille too.
They are from Laventille.
Yeah. So
is Chichi Big Beat.
Yeah. And you know you have a son called Chichi Small Beat, right?
I know his son. His son is
Devon.
Yes.
And Marvin.
Yeah. You know them, man. You know them well.
Yeah. Very well. That family, you know.
Oh yeah.
But listen to this. I went to school with Chichi sister. And we used to call them the pawn lady. Because they used to sell. The mother used to bake some real good bread, boy. Real good bread. And pawn and thing. They used to sell at the corner of I think it's Queen Street and Nelson Street.
Okay.
Right? And say them start about 4 o'clock in the evening. Because right after school. By the time about 6 o'clock, everything done, you know, Tommy.
You're that good.
They were that you know, I used to wonder sometimes about that bread, you know.
Wonder what?
But they were that good. Now, Tommy, we have a new person here. We have a new person to Ali Trini. Ali, that name is a very, very popular name. But I think this might be the first time she's joining us.
Yeah,
Ali, where you joining?
First time I'm seeing her.
Yeah. But the name is a popular name, Ali Trini. Ali, where you joining us from? And of course, everybody say welcome to Ali.
Welcome to the village, Ali. Welcome to the village, Ali.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure having you.
Yeah. And I have some information that I want to talk about tonight. Caribbean Soul, Floodil was leased out to a cow farmer by the name of Flood. Okay. Oh God. Caribbean Soul say Wall Street making sure he not get chest like Daily Voice.
Oh.
Hey, look my partner from Tobago, boy.
All right.
We part, you know, it's about 4 of them from Tobago now. No, Jerome, boy. No. Sorry. Jerome not from Tobago. And my other partner I was talking about, Moses. Moses is my partner from Tobago. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Jerome, where you joining us from?
Welcome to the village, Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome, where you joining us from? Margaret, welcome. Patricia say, I only have a daughter lives in New Jersey. Don't know anyone else.
All right.
What's your daughter name? Yeah, I tell you, I feel I feel they related, you know. Patricia, you know any Hutchinsons in Laventille? Oh God, you know, always kicked to the question is why they like Wall Street? You take out his wife for Wall Street.
Oh,
All you're gaining, all your back and all that, you know. Margaret, you inside.
Watax.
Kevin Williams. I tell you, boy, Ali Chinis are very popular. I think this is Kevin joining us for the first time. And Kevin says that Ali Chini inside. Kevin, where are you joining us from?
Welcome to the village, Kevin.
Yeah, welcome to the village. Only welcome Kevin to the village. Margaret says, I am at Caribbean Soul, although watching Mardi Gras parade at Universal. Laugh aloud. Okay. Okay. Jerome say you from St. James side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kevin say used to be on YouTube. We only know Patricia Hutchinson. Kevin say we only know Patricia. Okay. Oh, Kevin say used to be on YouTube. Well, I guess this is the first time you're joining us from Facebook, right?
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, man. So, folks, we have Tommy. Where do I start, man?
Well, start at the beginning. The beginning is always a good place to start.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you could fall start, you know.
Well, then you'll start again.
Caribbean Soul say Wall Street, you need your views on that TCL increase.
That's very interesting. That is very interesting because I looked at the fact that construction cost is going to go up, going to take a serious hike.
So that increase is TCL?
Cement,
yeah. Well, what do you expect? Is that imported or is it local?
TCL is Trinidad Cement Limited.
No, I know TCL is local. What I'm saying is that TCL is raising the price?
Yes.
Are we allowed to import?
What happened is that importation has kept the price, has managed to keep the price down. But I think they probably broke the back of the importation because there's another supplier that was importing, or should I say, importing cement into Trinidad that managed to keep the price of cement from going to the ceiling because it was an attempt to have it go to the ceiling before. But when the importation came into play, they had to hold their hand and bring their prices back down. But I don't know if they.
Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Tommy. Hold on.
They successfully stopped the importation or was able to somehow manipulate it. Let the caller come in, answer them.
Hey, Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Yeah, we used to have a company named Rock Hard in Trinidad.
Right.
It was a cheaper cement than TCL. But you know how the governors go fight down and import prices higher, and you know they fight them down now and they get rid of them. So now the market is monopolized by TCL. So whatever price they give, you have to use that price. So if just now people can't afford to use cement, they got to build it to the grass and then how they used to do it long time back in the day. So we had TCL, we had a company named Rockhard, which was a less money. And right now, Rockhard Cement in Guyana doing it big. So you see management, mismanagement, we had it and we let it go. And now they're going somewhere else. And they're developing a next country where they could have been here, making it easier for the poor people. All right, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy, I'll come on
Mr.
this.
Florida, don't go yet. You still there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Was there at some point in time a merger or a takeover of TCL?
Well, I don't really know, Mr. Hanson. Maybe somebody who lives in Trinidad could have a better idea, but I know about the Rockhard Cement because at the time I was looking at a YouTube video from Breaking Dawn and I saw something about how to fight down the Rockhard Cement. So if somebody else who lives in Trinidad who could clarify it, well, I go be appreciative to get that knowledge too.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool.
All right, Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy, have a good night.
Tommy,
You too, thanks.
I remember at some point in time. Let me see. I will try and look that up. But Patricia says, Dixian is my daughter. I don't know anyone in Laventille. I'm from San Fernando area. You're from close to Cookie in San Fernando? You know Ed was from Cookie, right, Tommy?
Yes, I remember Ed.
Yeah. You're from Cookie. I think that must be the only place I know in San Fernando. Cookie.
Look like you only know the name. You don't even know where to find it.
You don't know to find Cook. I don't know where that is.
I know you don't know how to find it. You just know the name.
Yeah, I just know the name. I don't know. Why they call it Cookie? Because of Cookie broom?
I couldn't answer that for you. I just know where Cookie is, and I know the place.
Hey, Patricia, why they call it Cookie? Because we have a Cookie broom, right?
Yep, which is from the coconut leaves.
Yeah. Kevin Williams say, well, Caribbean, so we have to start to use mud. but
might be better.
No, go ahead.
It might be better to use the mud because mud builds a much cooler house than concrete.
And what was the increase in price? What was the percentage? What was the increase in the price? Let me see if I could find out anything here. What was the increase?
I think it's going up to $57. What did I see?
In price by TCL in Trinidad. Let me see if I could find something here. Yeah. Jerome says Ali Trini is a true Trini woman worship. Yeah, that Ali Trini name song very, 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 very familiar. Very, very familiar. Okay. So I'm getting something here. Okay, so this is what it says. Trinidad Cement Limited announced that it will increase the price of cement products from February 19, 2024. The new price of the 42.5 kilo bag of premium plus cement, VAT inclusive, is TT $57.38, up from $53.81. Eco Cement in the 42.5 kilogram sacks will now be sold at TT $52.88, VAT inclusive, up from TT $49.10. Sulfate resistant in 42.5 kilogram sacks have been increased to TT $148.50, VAT inclusive, from TT $139.08. TCL said the price adjustment is due to the increase in manufacturing costs and inflation. the government responded by suspending the quota and registration system for cement imports, allowing more cement to enter the market. Okay. So there you have it. I wonder, Tommy, if that they are allowing cement to enter the market, if the government is going to place a tariff or a tax, tariff tax, whatever you want to call it, on those importation now. You know, because you know, whenever they put a tariff or a tax, you know what happens?
Price goes up again.
There we go. There we go. There we
Well,
go.
let's see. Let's not be too presumptuous. Let's see what kind of competition they encourage, because competition is good for the consumer.
Let me see. I want to see who owns TCL Limited. Who owns
Trinidad Cement, that's a state owned, isn't it not?
I don't know. I don't know.
Thought
I'm not
so.
sure. Let me see who owns TCL. No, that didn't go. Who owns TCL? Who owns TCL? You see, I knew, you know, I knew this because
What's that?
I read this somewhere. TCL is a publicly traded company that has multiple shareholders. However,
yeah.
the majority shareholder is Cemex, a Mexican cement giant that owns about 70% of TCL shares. Cemex acquired most of its stake in TCL through a takeover bid in 2017 after TCL faced financial difficulties and restructured its debt. Cemex have been involved with TCL since 1994 when it bought 20% block of shares from the government. I remember this. That's why I asked the question. Yeah? So
Right. Cemex is a major partner.
Cemex is the major partner. Yeah?
Yeah, I should have known it was publicly traded, because I remember many years ago, a good friend of mine told me he was buying shares in TCL and asked me if I was interested. That's a long time ago.
Hold on, we have a call. That caller, welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. You're live on WZY 95.9 FM.
Okay.
Were you trying to get into the program, caller?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I was trying to get into the program.
Go ahead, you in.
Okay. Hold on there.
It's a new caller or
Yes. Good evening.
First time caller. Yeah, caller.
Yes, sir. My name is Alistair Lincoln.
Yes.
I'm currently a bishop in New York. I live in Jersey. I'm calling on behalf of my friend and brother, Victor Ramsey.
Okay.
Yes, one of the men, I call him a true mentor and a real family man, also a real upstanding person in the community. My first encounter with Victor Ramsey is in Weequay Park. I and some family members, well, not family, but brethren, was doing exercising and stuff. I saw him there in the park, teaching some big guys, having them train and stuff, and I'm watching. So I decided to ask, could be more than 25, 30 of them on the street, in the park there, men and women, and some big boys. So I want to find out how to join this fitness class. So you say, but you know, he sound like American. So you say, you're a trainee? I say, yes, I'm a trainee. He said, well, I'm a trainee too. You're trying to sound like a trainee. So I say, all right. But nevertheless,
okay.
He was so, I know he tell me about, he help guys and stuff. He bring them, fix them back. and all. And we you know, during the course of the time, we walk around the park and he train people. I see a girl, a lady, like she had elephantitis. I see he bring on a lady foot like normal doing his therapies and stuff. But I never take it as any. I never make sense out of it, right? Fast forward. One day he talking about, you know, he trained guys and stuff, like, you know, Kisco and these guys. And so I say, yeah, because, you know, this is American. A lot of guys talk stuff. So I say, yeah. But like somehow, he decided to prove to me. Like, I think he make my test case. And he called up the guy, especially to see me. I was enamored by it. I was really surprised. I felt good. But I said, this man really talking truth. But needless to say, the kind of respect he command in Newark, New Jersey, I was very much enamored by it, because I didn't know that so much of undercover cops, number one, in the park, and they all know him, white as well as black. We had a situation, and still not understanding the level of his interaction in the city and the government. Didn't understand it. My nephew got, he took some drugs. Some of his friends gave him some weed to smoke that was laced with embalming fluid. He wasn't a bad kid. You know, I'm not saying it because he was never involved in crime, but he ended up getting himself caught up in some foolishness. But nevertheless, we couldn't find him at all. His mom, I thought they was hiding the secret from us. You know, sometimes family going through crisis, they want to keep it from their other family members. So nobody didn't know where he was. So one day I decided to call her and say, well, I believe she have him there hiding. She said, no, she can't get up to him at all since he got locked up. And I couldn't understand why it is. So I said, let me call past Officer Ramsey. And I called him. Well, he said, come. In a minute, I called him mother. We jump in our car. When I called by him, and he took us straight to the Essex County jail. I'm telling you, I'm not fabricating, I'm not trying to hype on it, but I was really taken back to see the response these officers gave to this man, and the way in which they were begging for him to come back to work so he could help them with issues. And also I saw him help other guys who have lost their jobs, come home by them, and he take it on everybody. Nevertheless, in a minute, when he went in there, next thing you know, we get the pass and the okay, and he put a signature on it. I could go and see my nephew. He found him wherever he was, and from since that we could have interaction with our nephew. He was lost in the system, and not only that, I've seen it done with other people in the session that we have. All these things I've seen. And I'm saying I've been privileged to see NFL players, NBA players, what we watching on television there, coming to him, seeking his help, his aid. And professional ballers, whatever it is, they'll come by him and he will help them. I was saying, you know, you are a national treasure that nobody knows about. Some of you might have known of him, but I'm seeing the vastness of his work and the kind of respect he command, even with the gangs. I'm talking about, I'm way on the other side of New Jersey, a young man who I usually interact with when I go in by Dunkin' Donut and have my little coffee, and he was there. So one day I see him coming in limping. So I say, man, what's going on with you? I say, man, I got my back damaged. I said, I got a friend. I say, he's gonna help you. I said, trust me, he will help you. So I say, his name is Ramsey. He turned and say, who, Officer Ramsey? Officer Ramsey? I say, yeah. He said, man, that's my buddy, man. That man, he protected me in prison and all kind of stuff. I said, what? He said, man, that man, he's good people, man. That's good people. You know how the guy talk on the street. He said, man, you know me. I was in the street. I was in the street. And when I come for you, whenever they send me for you, why I'll come to you? You don't want to mess with me. And his body is nice, you know. He's well trained, well developed and everything. And I'm telling you something. He commands the respect of the gangs. Whether it's Latin Kings, you know, whether it's the Bloods, the Crips, whatever name, whatever acronym could come with in a gang world, he commands their respect. I'm not telling you what I think or what somebody tell me. I've seen him operate, and I see the respect he garner from everyone. And I'm here to also endorse my friend and brother in working to help us to regain Trinidad. I am from Laventille, Mango Valley. We all have been involved, you know, through the years. I send uniforms, I send football, I send things for them to Sabak playing soccer, right where I born, opposite is Savannah, or we call the park in Chumaka, Laventille, where all the killing take place. I was right from smack dab in the middle of it.
Boss.
And yes, sir.
I from Chumaka too, you know where the planning on them is? The planning?
Yes. Oh yes, definitely.
The first planning.
So you from my Tabby and them guys.
But Tabby was my real, we were riding partners. Tabby's my riding partners.
We see, wow.
Yeah, I live in the first building, Chumaka, building 1 apartment, 2, and Tabby live in the second building.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I grew up with Tabby and them. The
so you know the deal.
Yeah, I know it is. I know exactly what it is. You know, this is God sent, man. This is God sent. Yeah. And let me say this, sir. The man you talking about, I met him here through Tommy. And I think that the people of Trinidad and Tobago, let me say the government of Trinidad and Tobago have a treasure. And sometimes I just wonder if we really and truly serious about dealing with crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Because in my estimation, Sergeant Ramsey, at least, you know what they could do? Give him an opportunity. That's it. Just give him the opportunity. And let's see what could happen. You know, because he has been successful in all other places he have been.
Could I say something?
Sure.
You know, I was in the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment, right? I was in the Army in Trinidad, right? I left in 90. And I've been spent the rest of my life, most of my adult life, I live in the United States. And understanding, even as a bishop in the church, my coalition of bishops are mostly soldiers who serve in the U.S. Army, and they are basically Americans. Well, they are Americans, and we have one of the wives, even a live colonel right now in the military. Now, I need to say this. And from the Caribbean or Trinidad, and especially when they say use a sergeant or officer, well, wherever he go, I see him, they address him as big as they are, as Officer Ramsey, because he commands their respect. He don't go as a tyrant, he go as a humble servant. And I think even as they say sergeant, it's something that ring a bell, because I know how as Trinidadians, as in the military, the pedigree and the protocol of the names, when they say sergeant, so they might underestimate the word sergeant. But these guys, Ramsey in particular, Officer Ramsey, is not one of the regular guys. We can say it's a national treasure.
Yeah, he's a treasure. And we here at WZY 95.9 FM, we're going to continue to push for him, you know, in order for them to give him that opportunity to help stem the tide of crime in Trinidad and Tobago, because I think that, you know, he can really help, you know, and he just needs the opportunity in order to do that, you know, and it's really a pleasure that you take the time to call into us for people to hear another voice now with respect to their experience with Sergeant Ramsey. So thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. And continue.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, and continue to listen to us. What's your name, by the way? What's your name?
My name is Alistair Lee Coyne.
Alistair Lee Coyne.
Yeah.
Alistair, thank you so much, man.
Thank you,
Yes.
Alistair. Thank you.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you all guys for giving me the opportunity.
Nah, man, all the time.
All right, and whatever it is, up to today, just give me 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to today, we were talking to another soldier. He was in special forces. He was part of the cleanup campaign back in the days then. And I mean, these guys willing to jump on board so that we can try to do something to save Trinidad. Trinidad need to be saved. And I thank you all for giving me the opportunity, and Officer Ramsey for having me to be a part of this. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Alistair.
All right then.
All right. See, man, that's what it is, man. We have, Tommy, we have the people, you know.
We have the solution. We have
know-how. It's just that at the end of the day, it's up to the government.
Yeah, what we really want is for them to pay attention, because if they pay attention, we'll get something done.
And that is it, man. You know, so folks, we're gonna go for a quick break. It's In the Village with Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have got a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutney Pan and Calypso. It's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. this nation is no more. And Mother China done disappear, gone away for good, I'm sure. If we want to build a real nation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on, love and tea is we. From now on, race do not matter. From now on, we means unity. From now on, we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on, Trinidad is we. From now on, one philosophy. From now on, Tobago shall be. From now on, standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of Black Trinity, whenever we sing the anthem, from now on is only we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we.
Of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. TNT time and 6 to 9 p.m. USA time. Don't forget, folks, don't forget, you can get us here on Facebook at WZYE 95.9 FM. That's Facebook, WZYE 95.9 FM. And you can also subscribe, which is free on WZYE TV on YouTube. And of course, you can call us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Or 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
And you could also send your voice notes to those 2 numbers as well. So, Tommy, I don't know if you saw Making the Wrongs. By the way, I think maybe I should play. Maybe I should play. By the way, Tommy, you
Yeah.
know, I was blocked at 91.9, right?
No, when?
Why? So I was trying to call a program. I was trying to call Heavy and TC program. I was also trying to call. I tried to call Pastor Google program today. The pastor with the internet search engine name, right? And I wasn't getting through, man. So I was trying to call TC and Heavy program today, and I wasn't getting through either. So I sent Heavy a message and asked him, can you check to see if I have been blocked? And I was blocked. So listen to it.
You see, before we go to the lines, I want to put the next video.
Before we even go to the lines, yes, they did block Wall Street. I never am playing.
Families.
I not even go and play no games here. Yes,
The Block Wall Street.
The Block Wall Street.
Wow.
Yes. Wall Street number has been blocked.
My God.
You understand? So it continues inside here that it's only one set of people they want to hear. Yes, his number was blocked.
TC, Wall Street have a show going on here on this radio station.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm considering him to be a talk show host on this radio station.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me if I call in there, they go block me too?
Well, that would come on. Why would they block? Why would they block you if they know you're just spewing madness?
They don't want the people to hear what you're saying because they know you're talking the truth. The block Wall Street because they don't want the people to hear the truth. They want to spread the propaganda and lies.
Yes. Because if somebody's lying, I would leave you. You talk all your lies. Once you disrespect me, you could talk all your lies. And I could come with the truth and show you, yo, you lying. This is really the truth. But when you blocking people, that shows that, hey, you don't want that person to get the truth out there. You really don't. You don't want them to get the truth out there. Because you can't banter with them. You cannot banter with them.
You cannot debate Wall Street.
Yeah, you cannot.
So instead of trying to debate him, block him.
Yeah, you can't debate him.
You understand?
When he get in with his 4 cents properly.
And he have his facts.
Yeah.
So me, I to be honest with you, I was very disappointed.
You spoke with the boss?
You know, I don't like to do that, to be honest with you. I figure that it's better to try to work things out first rather than go all the way up to the top. I'm not a person that as soon as something happens, I run to the top, you know. I don't really I don't operate so.
You see, some things are more serious than other things.
Say that again?
Some things are serious.
No, I agree with you, but I think that if this happens again, then we know it's a problem.
Were you
it could
unblocked?
be that somebody might have made a mistake and did it.
Were you unblocked? Were you unblocked or you're still blocked?
No, I was unblocked. So TC and Heavy unblocked me. Yeah? So I think that I rather give a person opportunities, you know, rather than the first opportunity, even though I know sometimes the way how you deal with small things is how you're going to deal with big things.
Correct.
I think, yeah, there could be a possibility that someone blocked me by mistake.
Made a mistake. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I take an Tommy stance here. All the days that Tommy stance I take it.
All right.
So I go blame Tommy for this one. I taken a Tommy stance. I tormenting on this one.
You're trying to be impeccable with your reasoning and your words.
Yeah. So I want to think that it was a mistake and that the mistake will be corrected. But I was very disappointed. And disappointed to the fact that I said the person whoever did it had to be evil and wicked. Because you know, Tony, I don't know how, and I haven't really been on the radio station for about 2 weeks now. I haven't really called any program or anything like that. I don't remember. I may have called Heavy and TC and them a little while ago, but I tried to call Pastor Google program and I couldn't get in. You know, then when I tried to call Heavy and them, I couldn't get in. I thought something was wrong.
Okay.
Boy, the politics different, boy. It's crazy.
I want to. Politics is politics, but small-mindedness, myopia, is a bigger problem than the politics.
But yeah, KFC.
Good night, Mr. Washer. Good night, Mr. Tommy.
Good night, sir.
Wash it, I like what I try to do here today, but I know it's a person who block you. The man want to sign the petition to get you off of the radio station. He's an evil wicked fella. I telling her that. I know them.
KFC.
You see, you can't all out to things. Like, yeah, shares in the radio station.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was very disappointed that, you know, they go, I mean, that they block anybody, right? I could understand if somebody was being disrespectful and you block them, right? I could understand that.
No, obscene. I don't see no obscene language and put the radio station and distribute.
Yeah, could.
They deserve to get blocked and get banned.
Correct is right. But I ain't do nothing, boy, to get blocked.
Yeah, because remember you're fast checking them and you're speaking out for the right thing, speaking shoot up power. So you're not singing them supper. You're singing them supper. They're looking to block you and try to victimize you.
That really has to stop, man. It has to stop. You know, because
must stop it.
That'll stop.
They block Tunji and all.
Yeah, that'll stop. It just.
But KFC, on a lighter note, how is your carnival going?
To tell you honest and truly, I only go one fed for the year, you know. I only go Army Fete, you know. We ain't get any
we leave that
fete this carnival.
We leave that fete early. You tell me you leave about 12. You ain't stay there. You stay all night?
Yeah, I dive out early.
But Army Fest is supposed to be the safest fete in Trinidad, no?
Yeah, it's the best fete. I mean, get our vibes up there. Yeah.
Okay.
I dive out early too, eh? Because when I went up there, the gates open about 10 o'clock. And all after 12 so, I dive out.
Well, I guess you had enough by then.
Mr. What should we? Yeah, what is the program today? You're taking the extempo. What do you think about Gypsy? Another Gypsy and
Myron B.
The old man.
What thought he and Myron B?
Black Sage.
Sage.
Black Sage game Myron.
Yeah, I take it, you know. It was good. You know what I couldn't understand though? The one with the what is that? The Calypso, the other one with Squeezy Rankin. What is that one called?
Squeezy Rankin. Some entertainment.
Yeah.
Some man thing they not bring there.
Yeah, they man take 16 minutes, boy. Yes.
Squeezy Rankin and that one.
Yeah, 16 minutes. Them fellas was on the stage, boy. I said, oh God. I said, 16 minutes, you know. I said, Lord, have mercy. But it's a good idea, though. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I like Squeezy Rankin. It's a little small bread too.
Yeah.
You got like 50,000.
Yeah, correct. Eat a little food. Yeah. Let me take this next one here. KFC. Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, COP.
Good night to you, Wall Street.
Good night to you.
And good night to you, Uncle Tony.
Good night.
Good night to the listeners. KFC and fire only, boy.
Yeah, boy.
KFC
and fire, boy. You fire,
yeah.
boy. For more cylinders, you know.
But you know what's sad to me, Wall Street? People like me, you, Tunapuna, Miss Tunapuna, reporter, we are part of 91.9 for over 20 something years.
But we were the originators, man. We started
Yeah.
there. We started there.
Most of the people them that we know, like Maki and Jaja and all these fellas and them, passed away, and we go still, and we are the ones that get the most disrespect from 91.9 talk shows and them. And I cannot blame 91.9 talk shows and them 100%. I could blame them for the arrogance and ignorance, but I had to blame management and 91.9 for not putting the foot down. Because you can't tell me your workers then that you're paying to run a program could be blocking people number. Historical members. Historical block number. And management not doing nothing about that. Management just continue paying them to cost the UNC, to block the UNC callers and anybody that oppose the PNM. That could be fair. Mr. Neil Iwa George, that could never be fair. And I am not coming down on you. I am telling you how I feel. I am saying how I feel. Why Wall Street number should be blocked? My number should be blocked. KFC number should be blocked. Kingsley number was blocked already. And many other callers that call in and said that we are going through. This calling 4 o'clock but they block with the block way. These talk shows and them and the PNM talk shows are 91.9. Them even blocking people on the chat. It's one of them put up a foolish chat. Every time I get a chat at 91. I see chat from 91.9. I start a PNM people them talking. I start a choppiness and bunch of nonsense. Delete it and block that chat. We mention that we will spend all the time staying on 91.9. But if we had to spend with time and stay on 91.9, we will be with a bunch of dunce just talking every day. And Wall Street, you know what I say is facts, because intelligent people will think like that. Why management not pulling up them? Why management not pulling up his workers and them and saying, hey, you cannot abuse and disrespect the supporters of 91.9. In fact, the customers of 91.9. You call them racist. When they call you, they say them is Indian. Them is Indian. I don't know what they're calling you over here for. And that is how they address people on 91.9. It have a pastor to the customers of 91.9. They call in and say, tell them, all you only talking race. And that coming from the brand 91.9, because 91.9 is just not just a soca radio station. No, it's a brand. It have no radio station in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. 91.9 talk shows and them could go and work comfortable. When it have sensible programs on 91.9, it has had 2 people watching, 3 people watching. They have a motive to bring down 91.9. Why is it only when a political program taking place? It had 200, 300, 400 people watching. Why? That is intelligentness. That is constructiveness. That is illiteracy. That is what a destiny and goal to break down something that is good. And Iwa George like that. Iwa George like that. And Wall Street, you're not bound to take my advice. But your YouTube channel will grow 100%. and you will have more listeners than running your program through the radio station 91.9. Watch it for yourself. Watch it for yourself. You will be a good program. Because many of the people that listen to your program, they don't listen to through 91.9. They don't. It's sad. It's sad to know that we pledge to be part of 91.9. We call other radio station and they appreciate our contribution. And the radio station that we submit to be part of, we get disrespect. Curse, call Indian, nasty. Just for what? Just to have PLM supporters alone calling the radio station? That is balance, that is equilibrium, that race, that deceit, that ungrateful thinking, and things like that. When people do things like that, they must not be forgiven. They must not be forgiven when they do things like that. Why 91.9 talk show hosts and them must be more biased than any other radio station in Trinidad and Tobago? Why? Why? That democracy, that transparency, that good organization, and Wall Street the next thing. The talk show hosts and them, that part of 91.9, the DJs and all of them, that part of 91.9, since exception, today, they can't even get a businessman to advertise with them. You know why? Because nonsense they're talking. How all them other radio station, Ian Allen and all of them buying the time and radio and making millions of dollars successful. They're being successful because people pay ads, because they're not talking triples. When you speak on behalf of people who in need, things come your way. When you condemn people, things don't come your way, but arrogance and ignorance. I feel hurt today when Wall Street had to call and say, well, let's check my number. Check my number heavy. See if I have the block. Yes, the block here. Yes, the block here. You spend money on 91.9. You paying for a program on 91.9 Wall Street, Mr. Neil Iwa George, and management of 91.9. Since we have a new program director over there, it's just chaos. And always tell me don't talk, I will speak.
Leave it at you.
Thank you, Wall Street.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Tommy, that I was disappointed today when I learned that I was blocked. I have to be honest. I didn't think that, and I want to think, Tommy, that I'm using a Tommy Asian here.
Okay.
I want to think that somebody pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, I want to think that you're right too.
I want to think so. All right, Caribbean Soul says, you know, but I was very disappointed, to be honest with you. You know, because, you know, and I gotta say that COP is right, you know, Tommy. When 91.9 first started, I worked at the New York Stock Exchange.
I remember.
And Aisha used to be in the morning, right? And as a matter of fact, we used to have a program where I used to call in and I used to give them statistics from the Dow Jones, how the market closed the night before.
I remember.
Yeah. Whether the Dow Jones was up, and teaching people in Trinidad and Tobago about the Dow Jones. You know, because when you hear Dow Jones, they might be thinking you're talking about some female somewhere, you know, Dow Jones. You know? Right? And I thought that was good information for the people to learn. Yeah? And man, I used to be given all kind of information. Yeah. And it was 91.9. And of course, I used to call Power 102. I used to call More FM. I don't think them fellas from the underground report was there yet. I don't think them was there yet. I think was Robert Amar, Mr. X used to be there
Mm-hmm.
on 104.7. And on Power 102, they used to have that English girl. Remember that girl with the English accent?
Yeah, Marcia.
Marcia, yes. Yes, Marcia. Right? And I used to call her 95.5, but not a whole lot.
What became of Marcia?
Marcia passed away, man.
Okay.
Yeah, there was some kind of incident happened with her. You know, I remember exactly what happened. You know? So, yeah, man, I remember them days, man. And, you know, I've seen hosts come, hosts go, DJs come, DJs go at 91.9. Many people. Caribbean Soul says Wall Street, we used to import rock art cement, and the government put import tax on the business that was bringing it in, which was way cheaper than TCL cement.
Yep, that right.
Okay.
They were actually they were able to hold TCL's hand from increasing for a long time.
Well, Tommy, you should know because you was in that type of business.
Yeah, I remember. Rockhard was able to manage holding the price down.
Yeah, the other cement company named Rockhard, but they moved to Guyana. Oh, God, I bet you they must be real good now if they're still in business and are doing very good in Guyana. Eh?
Their product was a good product too.
Wow. So I think because at that time TCL might have been owned by the government, so they didn't really want no competition, right?
At that time, it was predominantly government owned.
Right, until they run into those difficulties. Right, you see, Patricia was correct. Mexican bought over TCL majority of shares some years ago. Yeah, I remember something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, you know Trinidad has flood, my house will wash away. That's when you make this statement about using some type of thing.
Oh, about using dirt.
Yeah. Patricia says, I don't know why they call it Coquier. It is San Fernando bypass.
True.
Yeah. Caribbean Soul says, Rockhard is a Turkey-made cement. They bring it in the Caribbean so people can be able to afford a cheaper brand.
Yeah, it's Turkish.
Turkish. Oh, okay. Yeah, France Marat says, I think TCL is owned by a Mexican. Frank, you're right. I remember. Tommy.
Cemex.
Tommy, I am so impressed by information that's being shared here. And that's what it's supposed to be, you know. You're supposed to get some brain food when you listen to our program.
Correct.
Of course, it's Trinidad and Tobago. There will always be bacchanal and confusion. But at least...
Yeah, there'll be a little propaganda in between.
Yeah, but you're supposed to get a little brain food. Look how we dissecting this TCL CMEX thing. You understand? Because some people may not have known that, or may not know that TCL, as we say, it's predominantly owned by CMEX. You know? Jerome Moses says, Patricia Hudson, good night, blessings to you and your family. Enjoy your long weekend. Stay safe. Video from Orange, boy. Orange in the house. Good evening, guys. Tommy and Wall Street. Video, good afternoon to you. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Video.
All right there next to us here in Orange, Essex County, New Jersey.
That's correct.
Yeah, and look, the mean with the cricketer last name just.
Yeah, he got in late.
Yeah, he got in late.
Better late than never mean.
I don't know. His wife may have confiscate his phone, and he giving us an excuse. You know.
let's take his excuse right now. We're gonna accept it.
You want to take his excuse, Tommy?
Yes.
Okay, Patricia Hudson says you're very late.
Better late than never.
Only Pastor Google or Dale will do that. Only bad juju. She doesn't block anyone. Nah, it's not Pastor Google. I know for a fact it's not Pastor Google. He didn't do it, and I don't think Pastor Google will block me. To be honest with you guys, I really don't think Pastor Google will block me. We have had our differences, but I don't think he will block me. But we should get to the bottom of that. Margaret says, when you present facts, they go along, get along, and they have a problem. I'm still blocked by Daily Voice because I stood up to him. Margaret, he blocked you too? Oh God, is that blocking fest going on there? Is that block fest? Mistake. If something get under your skin, what do? Block it. Okay. No, but I didn't do anything to get under anybody's skin. I mean, you know what I mean? You just I want to think it was a mistake, Tommy. But Tommy, you know, when you see most of people in 91.9 know Wall Street, right?
Yes.
I would think. So I think the person pressed the wrong number. But folks, I want to go to, should we listen to what they're doing in Jamaica? Tommy, today Felicia Rashad she's in Trinidad for Carnival, I think, right?
Yeah, she was there last night. She was at phase 2. Last night or night before, she was at phase 2, and she was in awe as to how the steel band movement operates, and she's just fascinated by Trinidad as a whole, as it seems.
But Tommy, just imagine if we really were to take Pan serious. People just come from the outside and be fascinated with what we do. And sometimes I think the people in charge just take it for granted, man.
You know, I'll tell you something, my humble opinion. I recognize since I first came here in the 70s how great Pan was and how underexploited we as a nation were operating with such a valuable commodity. And I said, and I realized, and I said, the first thing to begin with, every single band that represents Trinidad should have a steel pan in it. Every single band. I don't care what kind of music they're playing. As long as they come from Trinidad, they should have a steel pan in it, for starters.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. That makes sense.
Not only that, but we should have developed steel pan to the point now where if you are a vocalist, you will be backed up by a small steel band, a small ensemble, and you'd perform on large stages with that, just to make that statement. Because the way the level that Pan is on right now and has evolved to, that should be a plus. Most bands that are performing in Trinidad should be steel band, and steel pan and steel bands should be performing all year round. There should be something going. Not only that too, recordings, quality of recordings should have been improved so greatly that Pan recordings will be playing on most of the radio stations in Trinidad right through, all through the year, all different genres of music.
Yeah, I just think that Trinidad and Tobago is sitting on a gold mine, and so far we have been exploited, and we haven't been able to exploit a significant industry that we have.
Yeah, because we haven't. Those who are in charge of the arts, they never really took, and they haven't yet taken the pans as seriously as they should.
But anyway, here's Felicia Rashad in Trinidad.
You're one team. I'm a different human being.
No up for the carnival, boy. Well, I would say it was a great performance.
It really was. It really was.
But Tommy, you know what I am? You know what I am? I'm somewhat upset about.
What is that?
We just celebrate outside celebrities and denigrate our celebrities, you know.
It's sad, but that's the way Trinidad has been socialized to put foreigners and outsiders on a higher pedestal than our local. We have some problems that affect our nation building in a very serious way, and that is the lack of patriotism that exists in Trinidad and has existed ever since I was a child in Trinidad. I know that to be a fact. I too was in a mess when I was a child. When I was a child, I looked up to US and foreign music much more than local. I knew the local music, but I had it on a lower scale, on a lower level than some of the foreign music that I listened to. It's only when I came away, then I was able to see the forest. You know, when you're in it, you could get confused, you could get bamboozled. When you come out and you watch it from afar, then you stop and you think about it and you get time to really process it. You say, well, but this is a great the jewelry and the diamonds that I seek are from the place that I just came.
Correct is right. I remember one time I was walking down a street and I saw David Rudder. And people passing David Rudder like like a lamppost.
In Trinidad.
In Trinidad. They passing him straight. I say, hey, Mr. Rudder, the man shocked. He shocked. I say, how you doing? What you doing? I said, can we take a selfie? He said, sure. Boy, them people passing him like the man like a lamppost. They passing him straight. I said, but look at this. I hear some people, me asking, I'm telling you, I hear some people say that used to be H.D. Crawford. Right? We first gold medalist in the Olympics, H.D. Crawford. They said that used to be H.D. Crawford. I said, used to be. I said, no, that's H.D. Crawford.
But then again,
go ahead.
Then again, the way some of our icons carry themselves too is also deplorable too, eh? Because
great point. That's a great point too as well.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
Because you have to exude a certain vibration in order for it to be lifted up, you know.
I agree with that. I agree.
When I came to the US and I thought about the fact that as a youngster, we used to sit down with Black Stalin and he would be like telling us stories, like telling us, well, not stories, but telling us about his travels and stuff. And we'd just be sitting down there in the porch of a friend of ours named Punkans. And Stalin would be telling us about Harlem and telling us about places he's been and stuff. And it used to be like nothing to us.
Yeah.
Nothing. We listening, you know, we just listening. And now, as I get older, and as a matter of fact, when I became older, and I was introduced to Fabian, Errol Fabian, and we were about to do. I had my program over here, which was the Caribbean Link on TV 64, Comcast 64, and I decided I was gonna do the Caribbean Link in Trinidad, and Errol had made arrangements for me to interview Stalin. And then I realized again then that is that same attitude that exists where our entertainers really don't take things as seriously as they should, is what creates that environment and that situation that puts them at a disadvantage. Because to date, I had an appointment with Stalin to come to Kyle studio to shoot a pilot, and to date it never happened. And we had a confirmed appointment. And I say, you know what? This is why we are where we are. Attitude determines altitude.
And you know, Tommy, you know, people say that we culture. No, that's not our culture. That's not our culture.
That's indiscipline. That's indiscipline. Because
I agree. I agree.
If we were disciplined, things would work differently.
Yeah. But even the late great Dr. Williams said, if we was to be disciplined the way we are disciplined in Carnival, outside
all year round.
Yeah, we would be one of the richest countries in the world. Yeah. And I remember at one point in time, they had a thing in Discover magazine talking about Trinidad Carnival. And if Trinidad and Tobago was to dedicate themselves the way they dedicate to Carnival, we would have been one of the richest countries on the planet. And not only that, Tommy, but there was a video going around. As a matter of fact, Tommy, I'm going to say this, they put me in a 91.9 chat, right? They had to take it. They took it down. And a young lady, there was a video by HCN, Hardcore News, right? And HCN. We played a few of their videos here. And let me tell you guys, the mindset of people who supporting the RPNM, boy, there's a sort of a fixed mindset. You know, there's a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, a fixed mindset. She said, you know what? Let me read it for you. Let me read it because I think I could read it. They ain't gonna know who it is. But if she listening, she will know who it is. And this is the sad part of it. Let me try to get this for you. I'm gonna get this one here. I'm gonna read this. But I'm not gonna call any names, but this is just to show you all a mindset. Hold on. No, I think it's. I wonder if it's that one, boy. Hold on. I want to prove to you guys the sort of a mindset people just have rather than to. Let me see if I go through here, if it's still here. Messages. Let me see. I know they have removed the chat. And the person was saying, we don't want no foreign people to tell us how to run things in our country, because HCN had put up a video talking about Carnival and how black people are the consumers of Carnival. And they don't really get much out of Carnival because the other people making all the money in Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And the person said HCN is a foreign company. And I had to tell her, I'm like, where you get that information from? HCN from Shogunas? And I put it in the chat. That just goes to tell you. She didn't even do no homework, Tommy. Right? She just
presume that.
Yeah, she hears some people with an accent talking, and she figured that. Here it is here. Okay, here it is. I think I get it. Okay. No. I think she actually. I wonder if she sent a voice note, boy. I'm not gonna play the voice note. Yeah, she actually did send a voice note because let me see how I responded to her. Okay. Wow. Wow. Tommy, you would not believe this. They remove my response. Man, this is really bad. This is bad. This is bad. I responded to her and they removed my response.
They deleted it.
They deleted it, yeah. Wow. Interesting, boy. Because anyway, she put up a statement about let me play let me play this. This is it here. Let me play
Dramatic
this.
turn of events, the dynamics of Trinidad's carnival have taken on a new hue, with the financial reins shifting firmly into the hands of the Syrian and East Indian communities. This cultural extravaganza, born from the ashes of slavery as a celebration of freedom, has become a stage where economic power dynamics play out in stark relief.
So that is a video by HCN.
I listened to that video before. I know what it says.
Right. So she said, what a foreign company coming to tell us how we should do or what we should do. And before they deleted my message, right? I told her, I said, that is the problem you all have. You all are supporting the RPNM so blindly. Blind. The herd mentality. You put them in a room and you press a buzzer. And when you press the buzzer, everybody's standing up. They don't know why they're standing up. But everybody's standing up because everybody else standing up. The herd mentality. Right? And so she eventually said, okay, I want to thank Wall Street for correcting me. And it's not just she, it's a bunch of them. Well, if Tommy tell me be
impeccable with your words.
Be impeccable in my words.
But you see, we got a big Spanish. Buenos días, which is good day. ¿Cómo está usted? How are you?
Go ahead.
Perdón,
I look like contract day boy, something boy.
perdón por esta forma de pardon.
Maria Victoria Molino. That look like that name. But I also have, let me see something else there.
We have Maria Hernandez here.
Yeah. Let me see something else. I had
name is
Tommy. There was also a situation that was brought to my attention. And can somebody translate that for us in the chat? If you look from Maria Hernandez, Maria, welcome. Maria, where are you joining us from? Yeah, it's kind of important. Something was brought to my attention, Tommy.
Which is
from Wassa, a situation in Wassa where there was an individual driving people to certain job points, and due to some citations the person have, they shouldn't be driving them, because if they get into an accident, the person is an illegal driver of the workers. And so they were calling on Wassa to do something about it. You know what? Let me call Marvin Gonzalez and see. Let me see if he go answer the phone.
this carnival season.
What do you mean? What time is it? You think he's not fat?
It's 8:52 now.
All right. We can go call him. Anderson, welcome. We can go call him. Let me be Let we be but we have we supposed to have Dr. Bishnu Raghunath coming up at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock TNT time, about 9:15. But I want to play this for you guys. I want you all to listen to Twiggy.
Mm-hmm.
People may not like Twiggy, but Twiggy
She
does
calls
make,
she calls a spade a spade. She don't mix her.
Twiggy does make a lot of sense. Listen to Twiggy.
Yes. You guys, the Indian and them was in power, and I just say it every day, and Hollywood never like how I would say it. They say the Indian and them thief, the Indian and them this, the Indian and them see about the people, and we people get free too. But we just liquid and want to give back people a chance and suffer more. All right? They want to give back, they go give back this one a chance. We give them back a chance. 8 years, and you know it's 8 years of poverty, and a man can paint over here out. A man can in the garage, he can bring it out. And you're talking about it in a poverty, where you feel it is. Yes. You guys, the Indian and them was in power, and I just say it every day, and Hollywood never like how I would say it. They say the Indian and them thief, the Indian and them this, the Indian and them see about the people, and we people get free too. But we just liquid and want to give back people a chance and suffer more. All right?
I have said it, that many black PNM people rather suffer under a black prime minister than to prosper under an Indian prime minister. And I make no qualms about saying that. I'm none, absolutely none.
She took on Karina Shea too.
Yeah, everyone on Karina Shea.
It's over here out. A man can in the garage, he can bring it out. And you're talking about it in a poverty, where you feel it is. Like we give from Laventille, look, Miss Lady, you train underneath. I was to tell you that, eh? You train under Sandra and coming with that tie-up tune. Hey, no, darling. If you don't know Laventille suffering and you come from Laventille, something wrong with you. You can't get that thing in that. Sorry to tell you, it's McGee, but you can't ashay. That tune in our no taste. And you come from under Sandra, singing Sandra. That's what I'm talking about. Poverty. You know what poverty does really do get? Huh? Poverty does make a woman take your man from you. You see the man you have? One of them poverty girl in Laventille could take your man from you. Are wrong or right? Let me get it together. You want to call some woman in Laventille, yes, my girl, you know, I love you, but you see that tune? Nah. Sandra bring it to you all out. Your father the whole sing and you come away like P&M greasing your hand because you're singing anything they're singing. No, Miss Ashley. No, Miss Ashley. No. If property was this, Laventille would have been sweeter. You see Laventille? You see Laventille where is a backbone and they love to call you to push you up and singing and every little thing they have. Until your family and all would have been sweeter. So don't come with that. Because I read bright people right here in Laventille where you're born and grew. And they're still suffering. It's not who you know, it's who know you. Right? So don't come with that. I'm back in that one with you at all. It's my girl, but I'm back in that one. Nah.
And I agree with Twiggy 100%. And it looked like Twiggy listening to we, you know, Tommy. Because I have said that song by Karina Shea, Poverty is No Excuse for Crime. Listener, I when I hear Karina Shea from Village Council Street in Laventille, and that is the kind of garbology you go come with. Well, I don't want to blame Karina Shea because it's the writer, but as Tommy said, she didn't have to sing it.
No, the singer, the artist has to make a choice as to what material they were going to perform and not.
Yeah, and that song is and make it even worse. She had Dr. Rowley in the video. Prime Minister Rowley in the video. So I know that is a pro PNM song. That pro PNM song. That rhetorics.
Look, is the EAF season now?
Oh, there we go. It's the EAF virus. Well, you know the EAF virus, right? The eat off virus. Yeah. Karina Shea, I'm disappointed in you. When that fella give you that song, you should have said, boss, I can't sing that one.
What do you think about the one I sent you today?
Which one is that?
London is it?
Brian London?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you send it in the chat or
To you personally.
Okay, let me see. We go play that one too. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I'll get Tommy here. Hold on. We're gonna go for the break and then when we come back, we're gonna play that one. Or you talk about Kurt Allen?
Oh, Allen. Yeah.
Okay, all right. When we come back, we go play that one. The last version of Calypso. We go play that one. So, folks, we're gonna go for a quick station break. It's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Walsh, Uncle Tommy, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after the message. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna play the last version of Calypso. Before Tommy, I don't think his song is big enough to win the crown. Put it that way.
Probably not. Probably. Anyway. Yeah, it's probably not big enough.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Karina Shea win. We'll be right back.
The way things go.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
There's a hole in the country, dear Kamla, a bullet hole in the country, dear Kamla, a bullet hole.
Well, fix it, dear Rowley, fix it.
The first investigation is the most important investigation. I wanna fly. I just feel sorry, so don't get me wrong. For anybody I get condoned, innocent victims, criminals or not, each and every gunshot rattle the same spot. But when I hear some families expressing grief, their attitude does have me in disbelief. Criminals that thief, rape people and kill, the families demanding investigation still. But when as a youth they staying out late, that is the time to investigate. Long before they start jumping people gate, that is the time to investigate. When your children passing the elder street, that is the time to investigate. When bad company start to infiltrate, that is the time to investigate. You can't wait till they in the forensic center to abuse the police and try them for murder. Once your children have bloodstain on their hand, too late to launch investigation. Parents, stop cussing the policeman. You have to launch the first investigation. Now the real state of emergency. It's too much parents failing in their duty. It's too much of crime. Joint patrol with the police and army. Carry place parental responsibility. They're only facing. The first investigation is the most important investigation. 15-year-old boy, his life gone to waste. Killed by police on a high-speed chase. Police reports say they just from a bar. Officers attempted to intercept the car. The fellas jump out with guns blazing in their hand. Start to riddle bullets at the police van. Police return fire in similar style. Parents want investigation. Why? He was just a child, still in school, but they're putting food on your plate. That is the time to investigate. When they work nowhere, but they're sleeping late. That is the time to investigate. Pants dragging off their waist like they're losing weight. That is the time to investigate. On the block all day, holding their prostate. That is the time to investigate. You can't wait till they're in the forensic center to block the road and catch old tires on fire. Talking human rights and making demands. Too late to launch investigation. Elders, teachers, neighbors and guardians, you have to launch the first investigation. The family must be the main focus. The courts and the politicians can't save us. It's too much to arrest the crime, keep it under control. Crime fighting must start in every blinking household. Incest, buggery, necromancy, all kind of thing. Here this 16-year-old girl shot in her belly. Pregnant, sadly she lost her baby. I investigate when the facts unfold. Already the mother of a 2-year-old. That means at age 14 this child made a child, either raped or touched by a pedophile. As far as I know and I understand, nobody never called for no investigation. 13-year-old daughters going out on date. That is the time to investigate. To a no-trust vet who walking them out the gate. That is the time to investigate. 3 o'clock morning call mama sleeping over by gate. That is the time to investigate. 3 months later vomiting and putting on weight. That is the time to investigate. You can't wait until things end up critical. Murdered or lying down in hospital. 3 children with 5 different gunmen. Too late to launch investigation. Don't do like Massey and check the Obia man. You have to launch the first investigation. Check the examples from our leaders. Teaching we youngsters how to become gangsters. It's too much. 6 verses 7. Now everyone know. In Parliament is red. That verse is yellow. I wanna fly. You just make the child, but to make them mine. Who want to embrace that sentiment fine? But for me, once you bring a child to this world, their minds you have a duty to mold. But some parents love to take the escape route. Blame everything on the earth except the truth. Half of the crimes we see in this parenting fail. Left up to me, I throw the backside in jail. Observe your children, check their mental state. That is the time to investigate. Don't wait until conditions deteriorate. That is the time to investigate. Quality time to spend with them, we have to dedicate. That is the time to investigate. All the school teachers going to face disrespect and hate. That is the time to investigate. No one again. Take a look in the closet. Check the bags and pocket for condom and bullet. Once they start joyriding in the prison van. Too late to launch investigation. Parents, don't wait for legislation. You have to launch the first investigation. It's so much billions to boost security. What about billions to boost the family? It's too much of crime. We have to reset and change the policy. When you check, is the whole society guilty? I wanna fly.
Tommy, I think that could win the Calypso, man. I changed my mind.
I wanted you to hear that one.
Eh?
I really wanted
I
you
didn't
to...
listen to the. Yeah. You see that one? That one could win it. That one definitely could win it.
It's a real good Calypso this year, man.
Yeah. So you know what, Tommy? I did Tom out. I go Tommy now. You know, we just split Tom in and Tom out. I go Tom in. I Tom in.
But what even though they are good Calypsos, the performance on that night is what determines.
Yeah. But he's a veteran.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
There are many who think Marshall could win, based on his level of performance.
Tommy, I think there's a better Calypso than Marshall Calypso.
It is a much better Calypso than Marshall's Calypso.
Yes,
but the performance makes a difference.
Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to sing Calypso. They are Kamla, they are Rowley. You understand? That's how. But listen to this fella here. We had him in here. Let me listen to him. I was shocked he sing this.
Song is true. I disguise the names so I can protect the identity of the true people. James' mother, she got pregnant when she was only 16. James' father was 35. He was wicked, evil, and mean, cruel and advantageous. He beaten she night and day. And at 16, he left she pregnant. He just pack up and gone away. Poor thing, she struggle and mind she baby. God knows she did it by faith. But at 21, James, the son of a gun, started displaying his father trade. James, your mother can't believe. Man, your mother can't believe. After all that she do for you, this is what you put into true. Man, you just grow up to deceive. Your mother can't believe. No. Hey. Every Monday she in the courthouse, like if she study law. And as soon as the people see her, they don't know what she come there for. She either looking for a lawyer or somebody to stand your bail. And as soon as they would set you free, well, it's licks and cussing she tell. But she still treating you with kindness and handling you with care. Because she said that a mother's love never ceases for the child she bear. Just your mother can't believe. Man, your mother can't, look, your mother can't believe. After all that she do for you, this is what you put in she true. You only bring she heartache and grief. Your mother can't believe. Hey. Well, take me down. Now she growing down in age. Not after all that she do for you. This is what you gonna put you through. Now she cuss the day you conceive. Your mother can't believe. Your mother can't believe.
I don't know, Tommy. But in 2024, you make the final with that? Did I miss something, Tommy? Your mic muted.
I'm saying that we both missed something, but I'm sure that we both realize that there's another element or another dynamic that's in play here.
I don't know how that make the final. That really? How does that compare with Kurt Allen?
Who's in charge?
No, Tommy, is a democracy, man.
The mock we see. The mock we see.
Oh God, yeah, yeah, KFC, you like that one? I know you like that one.
Nah, a big senior comes and like he cause you last get a pack of he's get a pack you as customer. Must have you get some good toilet paper wrongs.
How we make you final with that?
He's the chairman.
No, but them supposed to put that aside. That made the final.
It's them paying himself. You see where take last night.
I think
Extempo, he paid himself for that.
Yeah, I think if he had done the Extempo in the semi-final, that would have been better than what you sing there.
Compare what he did to what the Gypsy did.
Gypsy that good kind of song, but that song I like that song too much, but I too much a Bacchanal song. In this border time, you go and cuss it.
You cussing. It's a cuss song. It's a cuss song. And you make the final with that.
He's a cuss, but because the whole ass get a back, you go cause big ass son they come in there.
Yeah. Correct is right.
And Josh and I'm really married.
Boy.
But for Sunday night, I work as the young senator man. And
Elon Francis.
Yeah, and Francis and the youth man who not make it to the
Which one is that? Where's your other
Aaron Duncan.
Aaron Duncan.
Yeah, I listen to you say if we cause on him very nice too.
Yeah, let me play Aaron Duncan. All right, let me play Aaron Duncan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bless. Let me play Aaron Duncan for them now. I ain't really
Yeah, but Gypsy is subsidence.
No. That really and truly should not have made it. That shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, that ain't wood beans.
No. That was something else happened. Hold on, let me get Aaron Duncan here. Something else happened there. That ain't make much sense there. What's this one here? Oh yeah, that is him. Let me remove it. And let me come again. Yeah, Tommy. That one there?
She should have just settled for the Extempo and leave that right there.
The Extempo was better.
I mean, he's gonna get paid for his appearance, but he didn't have to appear in that.
Yeah. All right, let me listen to Aaron Duncan.
Good evening, Skinner Park.
Yes, to be popular is my accident. Riches could pick up himself and leave. We could locate a friend, cause we know where she went. But a bad character had to retreat. Character is built on foundation, on how we deal with people we meet. It takes measures of love and compassion. From these qualities there is no retreat. So if we still in the port or about to sail, know that in this life character will prevail. All the fortune we may possess, all the fame and all the success, when we finally lay to rest, what remains is character. How we scheme and how we connive, things we fight for when we are alive. Man, the only thing to survive, what remains is character. It's the only thing that is real. It's real. It's the hardest thing to conceive. Whether life is easy or hard, if we feeling happy or sad, our precious character, the one thing we must safeguard. Our talent and skill could really take us far. Have us sitting on top of the world, but it's our character tells exactly who we are. No matter how much in life we control. So if we feel that Jaja's intention is for us to be unscrupulous and mean, and the object in life is self-preservation, then we are not reading the lines between. While our earthly gains we're ready to boast about, it's our character that will always stand up. All the fortune we may possess, all the fame and all the success, when we finally lay to rest, what remains is character. Leave a fancy house on the hill, make sure we clear every bill. We could do all of that and still what remains is character. Is the only thing that is real. It's real. Is the hardest thing to conceive. Whether life is easy or hard, if we feeling happy or sad, our precious character is one thing we must safeguard. La-di-dee-da-dee-do.
Now, Tommy. Tommy.
That's really a good song, a very good song.
It's a good song, but it sounds like an R&B to me.
Nah, it's a calypso. It's a calypso. Yeah, it has plenty dynamics in it, which is good. I like that. Me as a musician, I like it.
All right. I go stay away from that. You have a better insight towards that than I do.
Not just that. You see, you want to be able to get calypso across the board. You want to get it to the Billboard chart, so to speak.
Okay.
I think it's a good calypso, very good calypso.
All right. So let's listen to Michael Teja. Is Teja in him?
Yeah, Teja.
Let's listen to him. Hold on.
I think it's
Let me see what he's saying.
Michael Williams, Teja.
We go add him. Let me add him. Hold on. All right. Let me listen to him.
We reflecting you. Our whole broken. It in 2, 1, 0. Watch. See. We is nothing now. Crime. Fill your cup and it frothing. How to look at yourself, Trinbago. Our good deeds marked N.A. We dead. KO'd by the consistent chaos around you. Watch. See. We reflecting certain doom that unlock that mirror inside of your room. You is epitaph, eulogy, tomb, bandit, AK, chrome. Is this what we now consider home? Nah. Some deeds that just must be mashed and swept away. Nah. It must have something more in we DNA. Send a word from above. Send we a word from above.
All are we aligned to the stars up above. Let we dance now. Take a chance now. With the skin a bag. And we go down till morning. Look, the moon was sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. We not leaving. Till the struck my back and down this. And this in the coming also. I feel like I run it tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. We've been born, my friend, and them.
pride is who we are. Put creed and race aside, we stronger together. One heartbeat, sweetie auntie is home. So everybody come down, we go dancing morning. Look, the mood was sleeping. Tell them we not leaving, we not leaving till the strong of the gun. And this city coming down, so I feel like they're running top again. Jump and shake the ground again. Make with all the friend and them. Don't play.
Tommy, I ain't feeling that one.
That is more soca than calypso.
Yeah. I ain't feeling that at all. I ain't feeling that too.
That is soca.
Yeah.
It's a good song, but it's a good song, and it's a song that could go very far in the world internationally.
Yeah, but I ain't feeling that.
But it's not calypso.
Brown London make it, right? Let me go to Brown London.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to Brown London. Let me go to Brown London. Let me see. Okay. Let me add Brown London.
He was listening to the words of a pastor. Hey, he was preaching his message while standing on a street corner. Hey, I tell myself, let me go a little bit closer. For I would never neglect the living God, nor reject the scripture. I stand up there and I listening well. As his message was about hell. He said, repent, for the kingdom of God is at hand. That is the message to every man. As a preach, pastor, preach, hell is real. I know when I look at Trinidad and Tobago, in this land where you can't even look out your window, bullets on we highway, then is your funeral tomorrow. I don't have to feel right there. I could know hell is real. When a man could rob an old lady, then rape the granny, sit by she table and eat a meal. I don't have to feel right there. I could know hell is real. Each day there's another murder. I know we going to lose another son or daughter. I know we going murders than days for the year. I know that we don't have a crime problem here. I know we going I say preacher man preach, and more coffins for murder victims spell grow cell. It's easy to tell that we going through hell. 10 murders a day and we leaders just say, oh well, you could tell Skinner Park that crime have we going through hell. No lie.
Hey, Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. Jesus is the life.
He say hell is a place of torment. Hey, where you forever hear the cries of people in a sorrowful lament. Hey, it's a place of heartache, the pastor say, and a place full of sorrow. On top of your pain is only more pain to follow. He say you could bawl, you could scream and yell. No one to your rescue once you're facing hell. You could pray all you want, he said no one hears, but your prayers will be falling on their face. People's face is only agony, when no one sure he talking about TNT. Cause when your entire salary can't even have a trolley of grocery, I don't have to feel right there. I could know hell is real. When cost of living keep rising, your salary ain't moving, don't know from where you're getting your next meal. I don't have to feel right there. I could know hell is real. When food prices keep rising, I know $100 today can't buy nothing. I know can't even find rats in your kitchen. They move out because your cupboards have nothing. I know we going I say preacher man preach, Preacher man preach, and poverty keeps squeezing. We buy we bells, it's easy to tell. Easy to tell that we going through hell. The paid fell from member card there to bagatelle. So you could tell that hard times have we going through hell. No lie. You go take Malo back. You go take Malo here too. Go. He said, hell is a place where you would find the wicked, and where you would also find some people, those who are corrupted. He said he know that his words might hit some people real hard. But in hell you're also going to find a lot of self-serving bastards. Well, I didn't find the preacher words hit so hard. To me, he was describing some people living right here in Trinidad. As wicked, corrupt, and self-serving, he mentioned, may mine run to some of we politicians. Those who neglect the people will also be there. Well, now I'm showing some politicians from here. When one of these so-called leaders here in this country say, load up the nines and matic, then we go on a shooting spree. I don't have to feel right here. She make me know hell is real. She knows that we have a crime problem, but to use guns to serve them and a statement for colleagues defend. So I don't have to feel that woman make me know hell is real. When our leaders no longer lead us, I know we leadership has gone on a hiatus. I know we there's no meaning to the word trust. I know because we the people is not their focus. I know we I say preacher man preach, and the word leadership we leaders can spell. It's easy to tell. Easy to tell that we going through hell. Ellie area, but like the ship part done sink as well. So you could tell somehow we leaders have we going through hell.
Yeah, Tommy, that one making it. That one good.
Mm-hmm.
That one good. I see Dr. Bishnu has joined us. That one good.
You know,
I like that.
Like I say, there are a lot of good calypsos. What would make the difference is how they perform it on that night.
Yeah, that one good. Let me bring in Dr. Bishnu. Dr. Bishnu Raghunath, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good evening, Doc.
We are splendid for us. Tommy's here with us. We haven't seen you in a little bit. How are you?
I'm fine. Taking it as it comes.
That's good.
How is the politics during this carnival season? You know,
Carnival is bacchanal.
Yeah.
And politics follows the carnival. Every year for carnival, we must have some bacchanal in the politics.
But Dr. Bishop, let me ask you a question. Did you expect with the press conference the Prime Minister had on Tuesday, were you satisfied with what came out of that press conference?
No, I was not satisfied, but that is what I expected. I expected the Prime Minister would tell us absolutely nothing of importance, and he will not in a way suggest that we have a plan to go forward to deal with crime. So I expected that, and he was true to form, literally, because he told us absolutely nothing. Go back to a 2017 report, which he had in his hand for the last 6 years and did nothing with, and blaming everybody else. So that's the Prime Minister.
You know, I didn't understand that. You have a report from 2017, and 7 years later, you come in to tell the people about what was in that report. How come the media didn't ask him any questions about that?
Well, again, our media is one that simply goes along with the Prime Minister. You see, the media is divided. When I say divided, management in the media wants the media to behave and act in a particular way. And the journalists who are sent to some of these media conferences know that they have to carry the management's position, and they do it. If you may recall, when was it? Monday, I think it was. Sunday, when you had all the criticisms about the police commissioner and how she responded to the Joint Select Committee, on Monday we had a big headline saying Erla didn't do so bad. In fact, she's one of the better ones.
Yeah. They show some statistics out. They show some statistics.
Right. Now, and that was part and parcel of a whole program to ensure that what we are going to be hearing is simply no real criticism of the police commissioner, because the police commissioner is a good one. And it reminds me, when I say she's a good one, because you know when them fellas get killed by the police, parents always say he was a good boy. So it is a good one. All right. But you see, the Prime Minister was true to form in saying that he's given Erla his full support. Heinz remains there, and there's going to be no change, and blame the UNC for not implementing things that were in a report that came out in 2017. Now, you see, I have several big questions for that coming out of that news conference, right? One is regard to that report. With regard to that report, the Prime Minister had it since 2017. If there were things in that report that suggested, and the report was laid in Parliament, and suggested that there should have been legislative agenda and things that have to be changed legislatively, it is for the government to draft the bills and bring it to the Parliament. Did the government draft any of the bills based on that report and bring it to the Parliament? And the answer to that question is no. But they're blaming the opposition because the opposition not supporting. But if you don't have a bill to discuss in the Parliament,
None to support.
what are you going to discuss? And what are you going to support? So that's my first question with regard to that report. My bigger question, however, is something that the Prime Minister seems to want to avoid. And he's avoiding the question, although he put it out there on Tuesday in his press conference. And he put it out there that management of the police service, and it is the Police Service Commission who is supposed to select and hire and nominate who is going to be the next police commissioner and so forth, the Police Service Commission. But herein comes the question. And he says it's a management function. But in saying it's a management function, did he really say that the Police Service Commission has not been an effective managing institution? And I say that from the perspective of this. Any manager will know that when they will know their staff, and they will know that if a staff member has to retire at age 60, they will know that at age 59, we start the process of trying to recruit a replacement.
Right, correct.
In the case of Erla Christopher Harewood, they recruited her when she was already 59, knowing full well that her 60th birthday was in May. Now, had they haven't done so and put her as number one on the listing, they should have already immediately started the process of inviting applications for a prospective replacement for her when she turned 60. They should have done so. Did they do so? And my answer to that question is, as far as I know, I could be wrong, and I am open to correction. As far as I know, they did not do so because they expected, or at least the Prime Minister probably intimated to them, that we go give she an extension, so she'll go beyond the 60. And the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, and Prime Minister emphasized that on Tuesday. It is the Cabinet decision to give her an extension for 1 year. So the Cabinet gave her an extension for a year. The year ends May 2024. The Police Service Commission should have known that and then initiate the process of inviting applications for a new commissioner and go through the whole process of interviews and all of those things. Has that process started? As far as I'm aware, and I again open to correction, that process hasn't started. So what? Are they waiting till they come May and the Prime Minister say, well, all right, you know, we do have a replacement, so we're going to have to give Ula another 1 year extension?
Yeah.
Or are they waiting for a vacancy? And only when we have the posts vacant, then we start looking for a replacement, which is bad management and human resource management. But again, and this is why I keep asking the question, what is the Police Service Commission doing? Are they waiting, or have they already been advised by the Prime Minister? Don't worry, all you have to start looking yet, because we'll getting a next 1 year extension. I don't know, but I am saying it's bad, poor human resource management on behalf of the Police Service Commission. And the Prime Minister did not answer that question as much as they asked him on Tuesday. He did not answer that question. He says the Police Service Commission is the recruiting agency and so forth. But he never said who is directing the Police Service Commission to start doing their job. And that's why I agree to some extent with the opposition to call for the heads of the Police Service Commission, because they're not functioning.
But Dr. Raghunath, at the end of the day, if the Police Service Commission puts a name forward to the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister don't want that name, he could reject that name, correct?
No, but the point about it, he could reject it. But the point about it is that at least we have a name to put forward. Do we have a name right now to put forward?
No, we don't have it.
When Gary Griffith was appointed, 12 or 14 people applied. Remember, Gary Griffith was number 4 on that merit list. When the government rejected number 1, they rejected number 2, they rejected number 3, and then they came to Gary Griffith and they say, yes, we will take Gary Griffith. Right? But they had names put forward. Do we have any names? We don't even have a substantive Deputy Commissioner of Police now. You understand the predicament we are in? And you tell me the Police Service Commission is the human resource management authority to employ the police service? And until now, we don't have a substance. So even if the government decide they're not given, the Cabinet decide they're not giving Ula an extension beyond the May, do we have a Deputy Commissioner of Police, substantive Deputy Commissioner of Police in office who could take that place? Who could act? Now, I will just to be fair, just to show them all sides of the coin, the Police Service Commission sent 3 names through the President to the Parliament for consideration for Deputy Commissioner of Police. That was more than a month ago.
Do we know who those 3 names are?
I think it was late in Parliament. I can't say exactly, but I know they said it was there were three people, and until Tuesday, the Prime Minister said, I think it was on Tuesday, he said it, that they are still the cabinet is still reviewing the 3 names that has been put forward. Now the cabinet reviewing it, right? And again, you see, this is the convoluted system we have. The cabinet is reviewing it. So the cabinet is yet to decide whether we're going to go and accept these 3 people when it comes to Parliament, for Parliament to vote on it. Now, the Prime Minister is right. The government have a majority, so if the government say yes, we take them. If the government with their majority say no, then we go to the other person, right? So the Dr. Rowley is right in that regard. But he's not even letting it come to the Parliament, because he is discussing it with his own cabinet for the last month. And when they decide, when the cabinet decides who is going to be now there are 3 vacancies, because it's 3 deputy police commissioners. So I am waiting to see whether they will accept any one of them. And then we could say we have one deputy commissioner of police. But herein comes the big question. Are we playing the game, since the Prime Minister has already said he's not going to undermine Erla, and she's not doing such a bad job based on the statistics, based on the police statistics that we got the day before on The Guardian, that she should get renewed for another year?
You know, it's interesting, right? In my estimation, of course, Tommy and I don't live in Trinidad and Tobago. In my estimation, most of the time, a commissioner's police is judged based on the murder rate in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? I mean, that might not be accurate, but I think the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago judge a commissioner of police based on the crime statistics. Right? Would you agree or disagree?
Well, the crime statistics are critical as to the support a police commissioner will have. And to that extent, we'll want to see what have they done and what are they doing in the context of reducing crime. But you see, there's 2 sides of that coin. Reducing crime is one thing. What's your detection rate for crimes that have been committed? And the detection rate is very low. It's 12%, I think it is.
I don't remember the percent now. I can look it up. Go ahead.
It's under 15%.
Yeah.
The detection rate. Right? So if you have detection rate so low, you don't have a police commissioner who is leading from in front. I don't know if you all recall when Gary became police commissioner, and I'm not here trying to praise Gary or anything like that, but Gary became police commissioner and started leading from the front.
Correct.
Leading from the front, I don't know if you all recall, but I mean, it happened in my home place, my home base, where a lady was kidnapped on the campus. A staff member from UE was kidnapped on the campus. And Gary led his forces, and within 24 hours, they rescued the woman. Was being held somewhere in Cora or something like that, right? And that people saw that as Gary was leading from in front. We had a case recently of another kidnapping in Samoa. And the police couldn't figure out who kidnapped the woman. And the family had to go and hire 2 people who were going to try to negotiate the freedom of the lady. They were not the kidnappers, but they knew about the kidnappers. They negotiated, they got the lady released, and then the police turned around and charged them for about the kidnapping, but not about the kidnapping, but about knowing who the kidnappers were, something to that effect. Because the police realized that these people did not partake in the kidnapping, but the mere fact that they could have gone out there and communicated with the kidnappers and get the kidnappers to agree to the release of the woman and all of those things. Where was the police commissioner in all of that? Not leading from in front. And you see, that's where we have, so while you talk about statistics is one thing and keeping the murder rate down, I have two other criteria which I would want to throw in the mix. One is the detection rate, and one is the leadership skills of that police commissioner. And I am sorry, I can't see it happening with this present police commissioner.
Yeah, I think I'm reading here that the detection rate stands at 15% for murders, not the targeted 30%. So instead of achieving the 30% detection rate for violent crime, the TTPS achieved a 20% detection rate. That was in an article in the news, in the Daily News. You know, so I just trying to understand, right, that do we think Erla Christopher is the commissioner of police who is going to reduce crime in Trinidad and Tobago? Do we think she's the person who's going to, you know, do what we need? Whereas that last year we had 576 murders, right? And
yeah.
I don't even know what the rate is at this point in time. Tommy, do you know? What is it? Is it whatever it is? Does it look like if Erla is up to the job? I mean, that JSC performance was horrible. It was a horrible performance. And in my estimation, looking at the people around her, they couldn't help her. You know, when she was kind of...
They couldn't help her?
No, they couldn't help her?
No. Because can the blind lead the blind?
Wow.
Wow, Dr. Raghunath, boy. Woo!
Dr.
Raghunath, in your estimation, from what I'm hearing you saying that indirectly, it appears that if Erla will be with us for another year.
Well, I will not say that with any surety. Again, like I told somebody in the media, I could never predict, and I will never even try to predict what Keith Rowley is going to do. Right? But the point about it, except to say that he is not going to rock the boat and he's not going to try to change his status quo. That's all I will say. Now, as to whether his cabinet is willing to go and change Erla Christopher now, I mean, politically, it would be in the interest of the government to change Erla Christopher in 2024, this year. Why? Because if they don't change her this year, and they give her another year extension, and things don't get better in that 1 year, then you are going to go up into 2025, 4 months or 5 months before the election, with a with a report that the police commissioner has failed, and you're probably now trying to get a new police commissioner to sit in the chair. And of course, the new police commissioner wouldn't have the opportunity to turn things around that quickly to make sure we have, or the government has something to go and boast about on the political platform, that they could say that, you know, we've done something about crime, so vote for us. If, however, they changed Erla Christopher this year, and they then allow a new police commissioner to sit in the chair, and hopefully we get some little bit more positive responses. And then the government could boast and say, when they go into the election, look, we have had, you know, there was problems. Even if we don't get the successes with the new police commissioner, at least we give somebody else a chance. Are we trying? But if you decide to give Erla Christopher another year, then the PNM as a political party may very well be shooting itself in the foot in going into an election with a police commissioner who has not succeeded and who has had at least a year of failure and coming within a second year. So that's where it's going to be a real political decision. And that's why I say I will not prejudge what Keith Rowley is going to do, because Keith Rowley is an astute politician. He may very well decide that this is the time to drop Erla, get somebody else, even if that person doesn't bring about the changes that we need. At least that person will tell us. At least we could tell the population we try.
In my estimation, from a political perspective, I am going to go out on a mango tree limb here, not a tambourine tree limb, and state that politically, I think the Prime Minister Rowley is going to change the Commissioner of Police, because he could better explain that away. If he changes, then she stays the same, and crime, there's no reduction in crime. You know, I think he could better explain if he says, well, you know, we felt that we were going in the wrong direction with Mrs. Erla Christopher, and we decided to make a change. However, you know, the new Commissioner of Police didn't have enough time in order to work on crime reduction, something to that effect. What do you say?
I agree with you on that, and I think he has no other choice, because he's going to go. Remember, he's going to go into an election within a matter of 18 months, right? And if you're going to go into an election in 18 months' time, people are going to start looking for results. People are going to start asking themselves the question: are we seeing what we are seeing, and are we seeing change, or are we not seeing change? And is things getting better, or are they getting worse? And if they're getting worse, then why should we continue to support this party?
You know, Dr. Raghunath, we're not going to hold you for much longer, but we want to go for a quick break. And when we come back, we want to delve into, do you believe that we'll have an election in 2024 or 2025? And what is your thinking about the 100 million theory that was thrown up on the wall, you know, based on the spaghetti theory, and see what will stick? But we'll be right back. Let's take a few minutes. It's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy and you. We also have with us political analyst Dr. Bishnu Raghunath. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this short message. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street, and Uncle Tommy, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we have with us tonight political analyst, Dr. Bishnu Raghunath. So, Dr. Raghunath, do you see an election, a general election in 2024 or 2025?
Knowing Keith Rowley, there's not much that he could use in 2024 to say he has succeeded in turning things around. We've heard Colin Burt, for instance, saying that things are, the economy is better and stronger and whatever else. I don't know whether people actually believe Colin Burt, but I don't think there's much evidence, one, that things have turned around significantly well. since COVID and even before COVID, one. And then the crime situation has deteriorated significantly. So I think and Keith Rowley is one who has history on his side to say don't call an early election, because the last two times the PNM called an early election, they failed, they lost. So with that kind of history, will he want to take that risk of simply saying call an early election and run the risk of losing? So I don't think he will do that. There are other flies in this ointment, if we wanted to put it like that. And the flies that we could talk about, for instance, is within the PNM. Is the PNM going to keep their leadership? In other words, is Dr. Rowley willing to stay on as leader of the PNM and contest and lead the fight into the next general election? Or is he going to withdraw and allow some other member of the party to lead the PNM? I mean, before the 2020 elections, he had told us that he wasn't thinking of running, but then COVID came and gave him a good excuse as to why he should take the leadership and continue with it. Having said that, we should always remember that he went home after he had given the party the assurance that he will lead the party into the election, to face his wife, who was not very happy with his decision. You put that in context for the 2024-2025. One of the first things that Keith Rowley told us last week, not this week, not in the news conference on Tuesday, but the news conference last week, was that he's going on vacation with his wife, who is now retired, who would want to spend more time with him, who would want him to have more family time. Is that going to be family pressures going to push him now to want to say, let somebody else lead the PNM into the next election? One. Two, alongside family issues, there's the health issues. Dr. Rowley also told us last week that early in April, I think it is, or so, he's going to his local doctors. And then thereafter, he's going to his foreign doctors for his medical checks and whatever else. Is there a possibility that he could come back from both of them or one of them and say, well, my doctors advised me that, I should take it easy and I should not lead from in front, but I could be an elder statesman for the PNM and assist the PNM, but I will not lead from in front. That is an issue. And tying into that issue is who will then lead the PNM. We have several names popping up. Dr. Rowley has named Nyan Gadsby Dolly as his deputy. Foster Cummins has already indicated he has already raised his hand as a possible contender. A significant section of the party believes that Penelope Beckles would have probably been one of the better persons to lead the party. And then there's the old man in guard, which will tell you that we probably want somebody like Amory Brown to lead the party. And the dark horse in the race, notwithstanding or maybe I should say the white horse in the race would be a Mr. Young.
You're not the old man, but the young man.
Right.
But
so we have 5 possible people who probably looking on to see where their political fortunes will take them. And
Go ahead, Tom.
that, I think, is one of the challenges the PNM would have to look at.
Doctor, we're looking at who they're up against and wondering if it's a good thing for the opposition to remain in the same state that it is with the current leadership, or should the opposition be seeking new leadership in order to make it a little bit more significant?
Talking about the opposition is a whole story on its own. So that's why I did not touch the opposition at this point in time. Right? Because I took note of you telling me that we have to, I mean, we're running late already. But the point about it is when we talk about the opposition.
Next time, if we will take a whole program, we'll have to invite you back to elaborate.
Right. But the point about it is that the opposition is now in a place where they will have to make some hard decisions. Some succession issues have to be dealt with. For instance, is Kamla Persad-Bissessar the person to lead the party into the election? Now, herein comes the real challenge for the opposition. Kamla Persad-Bissessar is one of those people who, amongst the rank and file of the UNC, they will tell you that she's the only person who should lead them. But as to whether or not that's within the UNC rank and file, but as to appealing to the wider society, you would have the question as to whether Kamla Persad-Bissessar is the right person to lead them. But if you're not talking Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who are you talking about as possible leaders? Now, we have plenty of people jockeying for leadership, you know. And I have to say jockeying for leadership. I've mentioned Gary Griffith in passing already. Gary Griffith would with a blink disband his NTA if he's given leadership of the UNC. Right? So he's one who is probably looking at it. Within the UNC themselves, we had other people. So for instance, Mr. Parry, Mr. Tanku, who have seen themselves as possible leaders.
Dr. Munilal.
Well, I didn't call his name yet, but I mean, he's the most senior one within that bunch. So you have those people within the party. And people are looking at other people who are within the party, but not within the current executive of the party, as possible people who may want to come back in. So, for instance, we may not have a Ramesh Lawrence Marat, Anand Ram Logan, but Anand's deputy, let me use good words here. Anand's person in the current government is Miss Lakshmi Diyal. Is Lakshmi Diyal?
Yeah. Jayanti Lakshmi Diyal.
Jayanti, right, yes.
Jayanti Lakshmi Diyal.
Right.
Just
so
to be
Jayanti
married.
She's the representative of Anand Ram Logan in the leadership of the party. She too has been making her own little waves within the party. And so those are the kinds of concerns that are going to be raised. Our other good friend, who is in mourning still, is still one of those people who is to be considered and cannot be written off totally. That's Mikila. So those are the challenges that the UNC will have to face, and they will have to make their own decisions as to how they go forward.
But I don't know. I will think Michaela is an outsider, you know, because she still has her own party, and she has said that her party is going to contest the next general election. So
she said she's going to contest.
Yeah,
she's going to contest. That doesn't mean to say that she has she cannot join into some accommodation
Yeah, I understand.
A new leadership within the UNC, with a new leadership. She will not get very far with Kamala Prasad Biswas as the leader. But let's just assume, for instance, Rudal Munlal becomes leader. Rudal Munlal has always been very close to the Pandis. Can't write that off at all. So I don't know. I am not, though. You see, that's where the situation is so very fluid at this point in time within both parties. Right?
In my
And we really have to
estimation,
be careful.
Dr. Rowley, Prime Minister Rowley, is going to be running for the PNM in 2025 because I think he wants to make history as maybe the second PNM Prime Minister that have served 3 consecutive terms. Because I think the first one was Dr. Eck Williams, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I don't think Patrick Manning served 3 consecutive terms.
No, Patrick Manning served two terms in his second run.
Right.
From 2001 to 2010.
Right. So he wants to have his legacy. He talked about his legacy, you know. I mean, if you ask me his legacy.
So you see, that's looking at it from one side. Look at it from the other side. Will he want to be one who left office as prime minister, or will he be willing to look at saying that he was also like Patrick Manning, like George Chambers, defeated and had to leave office? So
if you ask me,
looking at from the other side. You see, we tend to want to think that the UNC is weak. We know that. We take that as a given. The UNC is weak and therefore could lose. I mean, with their same side, they could probably go in there and probably continue to win their 19 seats. Right?
You know, but Dr. Bishnu Raghunath, I don't want to cut you off, but I don't want to understand this, right? Yes, we are saying that the UNC is weak, but almost every election that has gone by after the general election, the UNC have increased their seats, whether it's in the local government election, they have increased their seats and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I don't understand that.
No. Okay, so you're looking at the demographic, and you're looking at the how people continue to vote within constituencies, right? Somebody has asked me, somebody told me, well, the UNC can't win no marginals, which they need the marginals to take the government, because they have 19 seats. What are the marginal seats? San Fernando West, which is held by the PNM. Tunapuna, held by the PNM. St. Joseph, held by the PNM. Forget La Joquita, Talparo, forget, and they could probably think about that Moruga seat, right? So that Moruga seat is the real marginal one, because that's the one that is lose by 50 votes and 500 votes and so on. So those are the 4 marginal seats, real marginal seats. If the UNC, but 3 of them are held by the PNM at this point in time. 1 is held by the UNC. Out of those 4 marginals. Let us just assume that the UNC could mobilize and keep their 19 seats at this point in time, including that one in Moruga. Okay? Remember, that same Moruga seat is the one where they had a tie in the local government election, and that has resulted now in a by-election has to be held, but we're waiting for the Prime Minister to name the date. Okay? So that's the Moruga seat. If the UNC could hold on to the Moruga seat, and they hold on to their 19 seats, then herein comes a question. Is the PNM guaranteed the 2 Tobago seats?
That is exactly what I was going to ask.
Just remember right now, the PNM has 22 and the UNC has 19. If the PNM cannot guarantee the 2 Tobago seats, that brings them down to 20. And 19 plus 2 is 21. Will Rowley be willing to take that risk, particularly with all that is happening in Tobago, and say that he could bring home the 2 Tobago seats? And if he could say that with a surety, then he might be willing to say, I'm going to lead the PNM and win a third term. If he cannot say with a surety that he could bring home those 2 Tobago seats, then will it be in his interest to bow out as Prime Minister, saying, I didn't lose, but whoever leads the PNM loses? And that's where we now have to look at the political dynamics.
Well, Dr. Raghunath, we're not going to keep you any longer. We appreciate that, because in my estimation, that there's a possibility it may go 1-1 in Tobago, and that Tobago East might go to the TPP and Tobago West will go to the PNM. And now it's incumbent on the UNC to win one of those marginals that you just talked about.
So why can't Tobago East go to the PDP and Tobago West go to the TPP?
Well, that's a good point. If that happens now, right, it's who are you going to negotiate with? Are you going to negotiate with the PNM or are you going to negotiate with the UNC? In my estimation, I think they will negotiate with the UNC as opposed to the PNM. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
Well, I would like to think so, but I mean, politics is a game that we can't be sure about anything.
Correct is right.
True.
Yeah. So, Dr. Raghunath, we want to thank you so much for joining us. It's
Thank
always
you,
a
Doc.
pleasure to have you and get your opinion. Any closing words before you go?
Well, we have Carnival on this weekend. We have good Bacchanal on this weekend.
What do you do for Carnival? What do you do for Carnival? What do you do? What do you do for Carnival?
This Carnival are going to be like my Prime Minister. Because within the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've known about 3 or 4 people who have come down with COVID and who tested for COVID. And this Carnival, I'm going to make sure and take it safe. So I'm going to avoid the crowds.
All right. Makes sense. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Raghunath. It's always a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure.
Be safe, Doc.
All right.
Good night.
So there you have it, Tommy.
Yep. Yeah, time to wrap up.
Yeah, there you have it, man.
Yep.
Yep. So there you have it, folks. Let me give my closing comment. My closing comment, Tommy, is let me see here. Oh, I gave a true story today, boy. Oh, this is my closing comment. It's a true story. Every parent should read this. A true story. A stranger approached an 8-year-old girl and asked her to come with him. He told her that something had happened and her mom had sent him to pick her up. The girl asked the stranger for the password. The man got confused and the girl ran away. She and her mom had agreed on a password in case she ever had to send someone to pick her up. Maybe this saved the girl's life. to make every child safe. And I just have, please share this. So this young lady had a password with her mother, and this young man came to pick her up, and he asked her for the password, and he couldn't give her the password, and she ran away. And maybe that saved her life. There you have it.
Or she asked him for the password.
She asked him for the password, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
This is from OW. Know what sparks the light in you, then use the light to illuminate the world. Like I always say, be that change that you want to see, you the man in the mirror. But if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, then don't blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you at the next session.
Tommy, what do you want to go with tonight?
I didn't think of it.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds.
I didn't think of it. I'm getting a block.
All right, so don't worry. I'm gonna go out. We're gonna go out with Ember, Beyond the Boundary.
All right.
I think this is an old one, but I think this is very relevant, right? And people may not have heard this one before. So listen to Ember, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care. See you. Bye bye.
Good night.
Oh Jamaica, oh Jamaica, oh Jamaica, you really let we down. Oh Jamaica, oh Jamaica, oh Jamaica, you let black people down. Oh yes, Jamaica, BW Bota must be laughed. Especially when he see you going Richie on the big TV. And those who support apartheid must have felt so grand to see what you did with hero and fellow black man. At a moment when all attention was focused on the Caribbean, all you let that pass and instead chose to act like jackass. But by your actions that day, you not only let down blacks all over, you also prove to those white racists and them in South Africa that warriors like Mandela and Desmond Tutu were just failures. Black man struggle dominating, you waste down a king. Oh yo yo, I'm sure if the late Bob Marley was alive, he'd be so angry. It was a sad blow. Jamaicans, that's not the way to go. No, I can't agree, cause this goes way beyond the boundary. Bajans, I agree that you were angry. I too felt sorry. When they dropped comments, it was a sad thing, real disappointing. But then in life they'll be stumbling blocks along the way. An event very similar on another day. I'm not saying you should not protest, but why boycott the entire test? Don't misunderstand, but the game is bigger than the man. But I assure you, if the Queen come to visit your land, you win boycott shit. So you go wave your banner, you reflect and bow and make she happy. But because they drop one Bajan, all you spoil a grand occasion. The rest of the team to you didn't mean a blinking thing. Oh yo yo, if Adams or Errol Barrow was alive, they'd a cuss for so. It was a sad blow. Barbadians, that's not the way to go. Sobers would agree, but this goes way beyond the boundary.
Sweet, sweet TMT, I felt proud to be born in this country. Cause I sure for days, the world must have gazed, plus be so amazed. And when they saw all these races together as one, and the oval watching cricket played under the sun, Mr. D Club must be called voter, saying that's unbelievable, sir. Yes, we show them all what's unity, no mind that is small. And when we welcome the teams on the field that day, it's such a vision. The blood run cold, my pulse raised. Never in my life felt so much passion. That moment is worth reliving. The atmosphere was mind-blowing. I'm always going to remember that day forever. Oh, yo, yo. Dr. Williams down in his grave. I'm sure proud of how we behave. Oh, yes, Trinbago. We all knew that was the way to go. So rejoice with me, cause this goes way beyond the boundary. Now to you champions, congratulations on a job well done. What fantastic play on that final day, against all odds I say. So I salute and pay tribute to you in my song, for the courage you all displayed when the chips were down. To me it was the greatest victory ever achieved in our history, because as I say, at stake was much more than cricket that day. So people of the region, let we hold on tight to our dream team. Cause if we let pettiness make it fall apart, we all going to scream. Cause they're making laws every day just to cripple we style of play. They find we dominating the game for much too long. Oh, yo, yo. That's why we must stick together. Rain or sun in any weather. Enjoy your sorrow. West Indians, this is the way to go. So let we rally, cause this goes way beyond the boundary. Oh, Jamaica, Trinidad, oh, Jamaica, Guyana, oh, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Antigua, oh,